What up, y'all? Black Image Entertainment.
This is Holy War 007.
So, I think I might be done with Netflix, man. You know, they shows are terrible. They shows are absolutely terrible. And then the ones that are good, it's either one or two things. They end them prematurely, or they just come out. They'll be forever coming out with a season. Like a season will take 3 years to come out with. So I was watching this show called Travelers.
I've seen something about it, but keep going.
And it was probably one of the worst shows I have ever seen in my life.
But was it a Netflix original or is it just a TV show that?
I think it's a Netflix original.
I'm gonna fact check that because I don't think it's. That's all.
That show is. Oh, you did? And maybe it isn't. I thought it was.
I don't want you to bash them and they don't need it.
No, look, let me tell you. Okay, you know what? If Travelers ain't a Netflix original, it's terrible like a Netflix original. That show is terrible. But all the shit I'm about to talk about, Travelers, man, shout outs to the cast.
Okay, you're right.
Everybody on that cast, they sold some bullshit. All of them need to be salesmen and women.
Yeah, it is a Netflix show. Okay, 2 points for you.
They need to be salesmen and women because they sold the most bulliest of bullshit that I ever seen. You know, if somebody came up to you and told you that they want you to be in the show that was about a unicorn that farts rainbows, and if you went and sniffed the rainbow, that you could come up with a wish or some shit like that. What would your response be? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you, as an actor, receive that and then be able to go in front of cameras and be like, and sell it with the utmost seriousness? And you know, you got to make it dramatic. It's always got to be dramatic, right?
Is that really the premise of the show?
The premise of the show is worse than that.
Oh, damn.
So the premise of this show, hold on, we got to get into this. The premise of this show is these people are from the future, okay? And that was the only reason why I even started watching this crap, because I like time travel movies and shows. I try to keep up with all of them. I really do.
Even like Lost?
Yeah. So these people from the future who don't have names, they only have numbers. They travel back in time by injecting their consciousness into a person in the past, aka the 21st century, injecting their consciousness into this person in the 21st century, supposedly right before they die. So the premise of the show is their justification is the person was going to die anyway had we intervened, so therefore we didn't take a life. So I'm Cutthroat, right? The way this show works is I'm about to use the blow up 7. This is blow 9. I'm about to use the blow up 7. It's gonna blow up. Half my head is gonna blow up. That's what's gonna go. All right.
Blow up 7. Huh?
Now, when the traveler comes, it makes a headache. Okay, so Cutthroat, I don't know what's going on. Now the travelers come in. Yeah, I scream like that. And then now I talk the same, I look the same, I say my name is Cutthroat. But now there's a time traveler in my body that goes by some random damn number. So, Traveler 346, I am now Traveler 3468. I'm from the 24th century where the world is about to die because of some shit that happened in the 21st century. And I don't sound any different. I walk the same, talk the same. They got the same responses and everything. And so that's kind of where I really have a problem with the show. Because most of the actors in this show, it didn't matter whether the traveler was in them or whether the regular guy was in them. You know, the actor acted the same across both planes. So, and they just didn't really give a shit. Now, another thing that they tried to sell is the people in the future are all run by some supercomputer, artificial intelligence that tells them everything to do. So the supercomputer is what sends them back. Okay, now I'm Traveler 3468. Just that quick, I'm done. Now I'm a new person, a whole new person. So as long as they have a historical record of all the people that's gonna die, how they're gonna die, they can just randomly just go and choose anybody and give them a number. And now all of a sudden you're supposed to believe after watching the show that somebody new was up in there with this new consciousness because they got a bad headache for about 3 seconds and now they got time travel. So the computer in the future, in order to be able to see, the computer needs to be able to contact them via the cell phone or see them on the camera, get some kind of digital imprint of them to be able to see where they are for all times. Of course, so now you got some travelers who decide they don't want to be ran by the supercomputer anymore, so they want to hide. So they don't use cell phones, they don't have VCRs and TVs and radios in their house and all that shit. Do you see the concept of this show? So again, shout out to the actors, okay? Because the actors on this show, they done sniffed this damn unicorn rainbow and had to sell it. Do you get what I'm saying now? Do you see how ridiculous the concept is? Mm-hmm. So this is when I knew I was done with the show. One of the guys decided to hide from the supercomputer. He ain't had no cell phone. So they done caught him, they done caught his ass, and they're gonna put him on trial. So what did the trial consist of? They had all 8 or 9 actors pick up their cell phones and go like this, stand in a circle while the dude in the middle say, "Yeah! I am now Traveler 3468." And they were like, "Oh, okay, all right, we good." And they walked out of the room. That is literally like how 2 episodes went. They had this long, drawn-out file, and they had all these 30, 40, 50-year-old people standing in a circle with a cell phone while the person in the middle started screaming. And then they all walked away. Fact check me. So this show has high ratings. I watched the whole thing, yes, because there's no reason to start watching some shit and then not see how they wrap it up, because they put a half ending in it. The writers completely gave up on the ending. And you know what? Honestly, all bullshit aside, shout out to the writers too. Y'all got somebody to buy that bullshit and you actually sold it and made money off of it. Y'all got my praise on that. If anybody ever sold unicorn farts and got that, the person that wrote Travelers sold unicorn farts and got paid. I'm gonna come up with some bullshit to sell Netflix so I can make me a quick $1 or $2 million. You know what? It might be damn unicorn farts.
Program creator Brad White. Right.
That that show. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you the real reason why I kept watching that show.
98% like the show.
I'm gonna tell you why I really kept watching that show because almost everybody in that show was gorgeous. All the chicks in that show was gorgeous. Especially that Marcy chick. Of course, now I find out she a singer. She a country singer. I hate that you sing in country. I won't ever get to hear you ever again or see your
Mackenzie Porter.
See your beautiful Porter face. Oh, that girl's beautiful. That's a good looking female there. And I watched it. The black chick is cute. She cute. But you know who else is in there? The older chick from Battlestar Galactica. She look better now that she older. Shit. They started showing some of her old pictures of back when she was younger. I said, yeah, she look better now. She older. I guess she like losing weight or something. Yeah, she look better now. She older.
I like me some Battlestar Galactica. That's my shit.
You see now, I'm glad that's perfect. Battlestar Galactica, both the older version and the newer version were good shows because they brought you into the fantasy world. They helped you visualize. The reason why the original shows were so good because in the early 80s, having robots walking around, that was very difficult to do. Nothing like that had ever been seen before, especially on regular TV on a consistent basis. So that's how it gained popularity. And then when they re-released it, one of the reasons that it got taken off the TV is because they was putting so much time and effort into the CG scenes for the space battles and stuff. It was getting too expensive. But it's because they had that in the show, they made it more drawing, more appealing, more believable. You wiped out the unreality of the make-believe of the situation because you were being drawn in and being presented a visualization of that non-reality. And that's where Travelers fails. It fails. It drops the ball horribly there because they're trying to sell the make-believe just because a person just like, okay, I'm good now. Seriously? You want me to watch your show for how many seasons and you didn't spend no money? They never show the future. They never do anything that shows you what is going on. There's nothing that'll prove that these people are actually from the future.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. And so
you're saying that at least like Terminator and Terminator 2, they showed the dystopian with the ground of nothing but human skulls, which is kind of scary as a child.
Right. But because you get that visualization, you get drawn into the make-believe. And Travelers doesn't even try. They refuse to do it. And I never bought it. And I don't that's why I shout out to the cast first, because they had even less to work with than we did as viewers. But yet and still, while they were on camera, they had to sell that shit. You know what? Do you understand what I'm saying? They had to really act that shit out. And I can't say there would have probably been 10 cutthroat tapes of I am now Traveler 3468 and hold up.
But you've been doing a good job every time you do that in this video. I guess you are a traveler.
Yeah, they didn't even damn try on that show. And you know who likes it? Giz. I don't know, you ain't been in there. I don't know why you won't take the room. Giz went off on me because I said, this show is terrible. I call it Trashballers. Just stick an SH in there. You got the same name. I just need an S and H before your V. We got the same name. Trashballers. Because that show is terrible. Woo, that show is terrible. And then, it was predictable, And then they would do some real cheesy shit. So like the dude is hiding, it's pretend this is like a pillar, So now I got bullets coming, pew, so I got to peek around the corner, and then the bullet got to come right there, real close, before I stick back around, because the pillar's protecting me. You know what I'm saying?
Pillar?
Now, what they do in this type of show is now they got the dude sneaking up behind the character, right? That's peeking around the corner. So the dude that sneaks up behind them for whatever reason can't disarm him, even though he snuck up on him. So now the dude behind him is pushing his head out so that the guy that's hiding behind the pillar can get shot, right? Because the bullet just came right there, right? The type of show this is he had his head out there, and the guy shot 4 times, hit the pillar each 4 times, missed his head. Somehow the main actor guy turned around, stuck his head out on the other side of the pillar, and then the guy hit him on the first shot in the head, killed him. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? And I know you watch it. I'm going to send this video to you again so you can see what I'm talking about. And you don't want me to call this show trashy, shitty?
Wait, what's the name of the show?
Trashfulers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Trashfulers.
Trashfulers. I don't even know what it's talking about. Oh, Jesus.
If you look it up on Netflix, put in TRA Schflers. Yeah, and you'll find it. You'll find it.
So anyway, as we go moving on, like my Netflix account has been canceled because I don't ever watch TV anymore.
I don't really,
I don't have the time to. Like I'm hijacking my mom's HBO Go. I have Amazon Prime Video because
And you watch that?
Huh?
You watch that?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even know I had it for the past 20 years.
I didn't know I had it long. I didn't know I had it
and
either.
then now that I know that I have it, I scrolled through it and then I was like,
I don't want to watch that shit.
And so there's nothing on there. Even though I do kind of want to watch this Jack Ryan or Jack something.
I started that shit.
And so I heard that was good. And so, but I just can't seem to stop and watch shows to like sit there and binge anymore.
Right.
And I'm scared because Game of Thrones comes out on April 14th. And I'm scared that I'm not gonna like stay with it and get it spoiled for me after I've been on board and watching it to the T all the way up till now. So I'm kind of worried about that because I can't seem to sit still and watch a show anymore.
See, and that's what happens. And you know what? That's a good segue too. That's why I'm so behind on all kinds of TV shows that I'm behind. I'm like 3 seasons behind. I might be 4 seasons. How many seasons of Game of Thrones is there?
This is going to be season 8.
Okay, so I think the last time I watched it, I was in season 3. I think.
Yeah.
And so keep in mind that over the last 3-4 years, I've been getting news feeds that I didn't want to read. People talking about it. Did you want to? It's been so much. I done allowed so much time to pass that most of that shit I done forgot. And now I'm gonna try to watch it and catch up. But they kind of pissed me off on Game of Thrones that they killed one of my favorite characters, and I turned it off, and that's been over a year ago.
Oh.
I don't remember the dude's name. All I know is they smushed his eyes in.
Oh, that's one of my favorite characters too. Oh shit, Oberyn. God damn.
And when they killed him, I cut that shit off. I said, fuck this show. And that's been, I think 2 years I have not picked it back up because I just said.
But that's the,
I don't care what else they do.
that's the beauty of Game of Thrones, because the only reason I picked up Game of Thrones was because I wanted to see Sean Bean. Like all the cover art, trailers, everything was Sean Bean on the Iron Throne.
And that was the original king, right?
The first hand.
The first hand.
The King of Winterfell. And so I'm like, Sean Bean is a big actor. He was
in Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
Rings. Yeah.
And so his MO is he dies in everything he's in. So I was like, he is the main person. He's on the cover art. He is going to be the shit. I cannot wait to see this show and see him on top of this show. See him sitting on the throne. Winter is coming. Winter and Winterfell. Ed Stark, Ned Stark, all the way. This show's going to be the shit. And then motherfucking episode 9.
Oh, he made it to episode 9?
Yes, he made it to episode 9 of a 10 episode season. Nigga gets his head cut off. Wow. And I'm like, oh, there's dragons and ghosts, black magic and shit like that. I was like, he ain't dead. They're going to bring him back. And when he come back, he's going to fuck that little Joffrey kid up. He's going to fuck his face. Episode 10, I'm like, oh, yeah. I was like, Stark's coming back. Ned Stark's coming back.
6 seasons later.
I was like, oh, I was like, okay. They wanted to leave the ending of the first season on the
6 seasons later
on a hard cliffhanger that
skip ahead.
Make it. So
skip ahead to 6 seasons later.
So I'm like, okay. You know what? He's gonna be back the first episode of season 2.
We're still on season 2.
I was like, okay, Sean Bean has got this now. Oh, Ned Stark is gonna be ready for this. He didn't bring him back. 5 more episodes go by. They didn't bring him back. 5 more episodes go by. They kill his wife and his son. And I'm like, the fuck? I thought he was gonna be king now. And so they just killed his motherfucking ass. And then I'm like, man, okay, fuck this show. At least little Tyrion Lannister's still alive, the dwarf. I was like, I like him.
Now, let me stop you. Because you're about to go on a very long tangent.
I was actually going to stop at season 3.
I didn't tell you I finished season 3. I told you I cut it off when they killed whatever his name was.
Oberyn, and he died at the end of season 3.
I don't know that. I feel like when what I remember, there was still an episode or 2 left in season 3. So I think you about to go out on a tangent, and I haven't finished season 3.
I'm gonna tell you everything about the whole damn show.
I realize that you're excited about the show, but I would like to watch the show spoiler free. Can I do that?
Hell no. You should have watched it already. That's the thing. And I was gonna stop at the Oberyn part anyway.
No.
You already saw his head get smashed in.
Your problem is you started with Tyrion. And then no matter because you started there, it couldn't end well.
No, it was going to end perfectly fine.
No.
Because I was going to say, because of what my tangent was, is I found another character that I liked until I found Oberyn, which they introduced in season 3. And I was like, this is my new favorite character. This dude's badass. This dude's awesome. And then at the end of that season, they killed him. And then I was like, man, fuck this show. And I don't like anybody in this show anymore. I just watch it.
I liked the Dothraki King. Aquaman.
They killed his ass off in the first season too.
Mm-hmm. They had me all invested in that story. I thought that they was gonna ride into the kingdom together and take over and rob. And they done took him out with some bullshit.
Yeah.
This nigga done caught the flu or some shit and just died.
He should have got vaccinated.
Another trash show. Well, again, 3%. Another Netflix show. Great potential, this show. But that show is what, 2-3 years old, and they haven't even come out with the second season?
What show?
3%.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Or I think it's called 1%. I actually think it's called 1%. Because they all, it's basically like a fake ass Hunger Games. They all go take this test, and the test will tell them that they get to be a part of the 1% society. And then they go off to some special island and live on this special island for the rest of their lives, where it's all glitz and glamour. You live like kings and bosses with the rest of the 1%ers. And then if you don't, if you aren't in the 1%, then you just live in a life of poverty for the rest of your life.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Better.
But they've been coming out with the second season of that for almost 3 years, and it's still not out. Well, I think it might be out, actually.
That sounds terrible. You gotta keep that new shit away from me.
Because it takes so long to come out with the other seasons, you forget what happened in the first season.
Exactly. So you can rewatch the other one and they get their watch time and they make money. Good job. 2 points for them. High five. The algorithm works. So anyway.
Black Mirror, another good show. It's been like, what, 2 years? They came out with a little Black Mirror. Did you hear about the Black Mirror Bandersnatch?
No.
You didn't hear about that? It's a pretty cool concept, actually. So Netflix came out with this video game movie where while you're watching the movie, you interact with the movie and you tell the actors.
I've heard of something, but I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, you tell the actors what they're going to do next, and based off what you pick, you get a different ending for each. So the concept was cool. It just, I don't know, it didn't. I don't know. It didn't land. It didn't land at all. So instead of coming out with another season, they come out with this trash ass movie. Damn, how long does it take to come out with a season? So then the fact that all the Marvel series got canceled from Netflix. The Jessica Jones, the Luke Cage, Daredevil, Punisher. All of them got canceled before they even got proper endings.
They didn't fully get canceled. They're moving to
moving
to the Disney stream.
The show itself is moving to the Disney stream, but not necessarily this series that ended. So they will have a Daredevil, but it will more than likely not have those actors, and then more than likely won't pick up where the Netflix done left off.
I think they will.
Disney has not signed on for that. Mm-hmm. And people keep on asking them that, and Disney won't answer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a strong possibility you can get a whole nother set of actors and a whole nother story.
I don't know, but that Kingpin is awesome.
Yes. Yes, he was.
But anyway, I'm done with TV for now because I don't watch it that much anymore.
Yeah. Just be careful about those Netflix shows, man.
Make sure you watch Travelers. This is Holy War 007.
Cut that.
Or what's it called? Trash-velers.
Trash.